if you're going to be using this with children, you have to watch which essential oils you're using and also which carrier oils you're using, especially if you have nut allergies or things like that. Again, it's not necessary to use any oils in there. If you really wanted to, you could make your magnesium spray. It's simple. You just use 50% of distilled water and 50% of magnesium, which is Dead Sea salt. And typically people like to heat those together so that you make sure that they're well blended. But there are some people who just simply put it in a jar, mix it 50-50, shake it around, and there you go. You can simply use that. The problem with it is it may be a little bit drying if you just leave it on the skin too long. And you don't be alarmed if you spray magnesium spray on your skin and your skin gets like a white coating on it, because it is sea salt, so that will happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the magnesium spray with you. So this would be distilled water here, which has been heated up, and I have equal parts of distilled water with equal parts of Dead Sea salt, which is magnesium bath flakes. And I'm gonna combine these two. So I'm gonna put the flakes in the jar and the warm distilled water. Now, why do you use distilled water instead of regular tap water? Could you use regular tap water? Of course you could, but a lot of people want to use the distilled water because it's free of impurities and it helps for the magnesium to absorb into your skin better. With the less imperfections, the better, because then less impurities in the water, the better, because that will help the magnesium to absorb. Now, warming the water, why does this help? Well, warming the water helps because it helps to dissolve the salt faster. So basically, we're just doing this. Note to self, do not overwarm the water if you're putting it in a jar because it's burning my fingers. So we're gonna shake this a little bit. And as you can see, the salt dissolves. Why is it cloudy? Because the water is warm and I was just shaking it. It will be clear like this. And this is magnesium oil. Believe it or not, that's how you make magnesium oil. You could just simply do this and use this. But as I said to you before, it is better to have a carrier oil, in my opinion. It moisturizes the skin. It's also nice to have an essential oil in there that has a fragrance aromatherapy along with it. And the ratio of this would be 50-50 for the water, and then you're going to use about 10 to 20% carrier oil with whatever your measurements are for your water and magnesium combined. So I'm gonna go ahead and add to my 1/2 cup of magnesium and my 1/2 cup of distilled water. I have let that rest, and now as you can see, it's nice and clear.